in the bottom corner of the map, we have Legomann up against SparkyDL2 playing as Emeric. Legomann, of course, playing Lytra. So, Emeric's an interesting one, and on this map especially, because you can, in theory, unlock the ability to make siege units. And as we've discovered recently, Emeric, there used to be a thing with Emeric where you would get the range boost on all range units for 1 turn, and that was it. But it turned out that was actually a bug, and the intention is that anything underneath the crystal is supposed to keep getting the range bonus. Which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it. But it's the way it is, so we're not going to question it too much. At least for the moment. So, Emeric is now gone from being considered, like, you know, not a very good commander in Wargroove 2 to, oh, he's like kind of actually broken at certain situations. So sort of almost like Nuru back in Wargroove 1, like after the double triple patch, where Nuru was considered kind of like mid-tier, but you know, if trebuchets existed, Nuru was the best commander, or one of the best commanders. And now we have a sort of similar situation happening where Emeric, if you can get a trebuchet out, then yeah, and someone in chat is asking, so Emeric can build the artillery battery. Basically, like Emeric can build a trebuchet, chuck a crystal on top of it, and that trebuchet has 7 range until the crystal goes away. And because tier 2 crystal lasts for so long, and you can heal it with mages, you can basically indefinitely have an artillery battery. That's a good way of putting it. And you can have a ballista, and that ballista can have 9 range. So yeah, Emeric's pretty good if you get the right setup. And this map has one of these conversion buildings. So you take a land unit, you convert it, and then into like a merfolk or whatever, and then you convert that merfolk back into a trebuchet. And then, oh look, all of a sudden you've got this like really nicely positioned unit that can, or just trebuchet or ballista that can kind of just walk forwards if it wants to. Because, you know, you can't really build siege at all from anywhere else that really matters. Like, there is a very long route to get siege out, like out of a regular barracks, but you can just kind of skip it by like having a sword mess about with one of these conversion buildings for a couple turns. Anyway, let's like take a look at the game state. They're pretty much even. Like Emeric's doing his thing at the bottom right. He doesn't take in that southeast village yet, whereas Legomann is about to take 2 of these top corner villages actually. And yeah, holding down on this this village down here. So yeah, that mage is very difficult to displace. However, Sparky still has this village in the bottom right, and has the opposing village in the top left. So they're winning on different places. And that's kind of creating this like uneven board state across the map, which is kind of interesting, and we'll see how this like really just plays out overall. Yeah, Sparky now has a dragon. They're being kind of aggressive here. Ooh, even knocks down the village. Nicely done. And there's no anti-air on this side of the map, so this harpy can kind of do whatever the heck it wants to. And Legomann, yeah, they gotta back up. They gotta get their own harpy up to the front. And oh, wow, they're just like done? I don't know why. But I think they were just, I think they might have said something on Discord about not really feeling it, which I guess is fair enough. But I think they still had a decent shot. They were doing fine on a lot of ways. I really like the mage in the bottom right. That was actually holding down that village quite well. They had a nice advantage in the bottom right as well. And then, yeah, top left, they had to back up a bit. But, you know, you build some mages, you build some anti-air, you build a witch maybe. And yeah, you can hold off that dragon pretty well. So yeah, I mean, you can even send your harpy up to the north. So yeah, if your opponent's harpy starts hitting your stuff, you hit their harpy with yours, and you have a huge advantage in that regard. But yeah, Legoman just decides no, they're gonna throw in the towel. So I guess well played to Sparky.